The flat earth belief. Where did it actually come from? Did people in the Middle Ages really believe the earth was flat? For centuries, this idea has been repeated as fact, painting ancient thinkers as ignorant and backward. But here's the truth. The flat earth myth isn't what you think it is, and it says more about us than it does about history. Let's uncover the real origins of this misconception. The image is vivid and almost comical. Medieval sailors peering nervously over the horizon, afraid they'll tumble off the edge of a flat earth. It's a story that's been told in textbooks, classrooms, and even popular media for generations. But here's the twist. Educated people in ancient Greece, the Roman Empire, and even medieval Europe knew the earth was a sphere. So where did the idea that people believed in a flat earth come from? And why does this myth persist to this day? Let's rewind to ancient Greece, around the 6th century BCE. Pythagoras and his followers were among the first to propose that the earth was round. By observing the curved shadow the earth cast on the moon during a lunar eclipse, they deduced its spherical shape. In the 3rd century BCE, the Greek mathematician Eratosthenes measured the earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. By comparing the angle of the sun's rays in two cities, he calculated the planet's size within 10% of modern estimates. This knowledge didn't vanish with time. It was preserved through the Roman Empire and later by Islamic scholars during the Golden Age of science, who further refined astronomical models. Contrary to popular belief, medieval scholars didn't reject the idea of a spherical Earth. In fact, the notion of a flat Earth was almost entirely absent from serious scientific discourse during this time. Prominent thinkers like Thomas Aquinas, Albertus Magnus, and Roger Bacon all accepted the Earth's roundness as established fact. Medieval maps, such as those created by Islamic and Christian cartographers, often depicted the Earth as a sphere. So if the flat Earth wasn't a dominant belief in the Middle Ages, why do we associate it with that time? The answer lies in a mix of myth-making, misinterpretation, and a dash of historical bias. The flat Earth myth, as we know it today, began in the 19th century, long after the so-called Dark Ages had ended. Writers like Washington Irving and Andrew Dixon White popularized the idea as a way to portray medieval Europe as anti-intellectual and backward. Irving's A History of the Life and Voyages of Christopher Columbus painted a dramatic but fictionalized account of Columbus arguing against flat Earth-believing clerics. Meanwhile, White's History of the Warfare of Science with Theology in Christendom used the myth to criticize religious institutions, suggesting they suppress scientific progress. These stories weren't grounded in historical fact. They were exaggerated or outright fabricated to support narratives about progress and modernity. Fast forward to the 21st century, and the flat Earth theory has resurfaced, fueled by conspiracy theories and misinformation online. But today's flat Earth movement is less about science and more about distrust in authority and institutions. Why do people embrace the flat Earth idea in the face of overwhelming evidence? It often stems from a desire to reject mainstream narratives and assert independence in a world of complex systems. The flat Earth myth isn't just about misunderstanding science. It's about how we tell stories to define ourselves and our history. For today's flat Earth believers, it's a form of rebellion against perceived control. But here's the real question. What other myths about history and science are we unknowingly repeating? And how do those myths shape the way we see ourselves and our world? The flat Earth myth is a cautionary tale about the importance of critical thinking and understanding history. It reminds us that even widely accepted stories should be questioned and examined. After all, science and history thrive on curiosity and a willingness to challenge assumptions. So, what do you think? Is the flat Earth myth just an amusing misunderstanding, or does it reveal something deeper about how we view the past? Let us know in the comments below. If you're fascinated by debunking myths and uncovering the truth behind popular misconceptions, like this video, subscribe to Lost Pages of Science, and hit the bell icon. There's so much more to explore, and we'd love for you to join us.